Nice Winter Day, Chapter 8 of Holographic Multiverse. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something really close to my heart. Chapter 8 of my book Holographic Multiverse called A Nice Winter Day. Now, I know what you're thinking. It sounds super simple, right? Just a regular day, nothing special happening. But here's the thing. Sometimes the most ordinary days can hit you with the deepest truths about life. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let me walk you through what this chapter is really about. Because trust me, it's way more than just a nice winter day. The brutal reality of waking up. Picture this. You're lying in bed, barely slept all night, and the sunlight is literally attacking your eyes. That's exactly how our narrator starts his day, completely drained. But here's what's really interesting. The night before, he was having these epic fantasies where he's saving the entire planet, talking to God, basically being the ultimate hero. Then boom, he opens his eyes and crashes back to reality. Suddenly he feels like absolutely nothing, just a tiny speck floating in this massive universe. Sound familiar? I think we've all been there, right? One moment you're feeling invincible, maybe scrolling through social media, seeing everyone's highlight reels, and the next moment you're questioning everything about your existence. It's that emotional whiplash that just leaves you feeling empty. So what does our guy do? He makes breakfast, slices some bread, spreads margarine, simple stuff. But sometimes when everything feels overwhelming, these tiny everyday actions become our lifeline. They remind us we're still here, still functioning, even when our minds are spiraling. Finding peace in the quiet places. Feeling lost, our narrator heads to the park. And this isn't some Instagram perfect location with blooming flowers and perfect lighting. It's winter, stark, cold, mostly empty. But you know what? Sometimes that's exactly what we need. He starts noticing things, birds chirping, trees standing tall, the way nature just exists without all the drama we create in our heads. His heart rate slows down, syncing with the sparrows around him. He's literally breathing in what he calls green energy, trying to reset his entire system. In that moment, sitting in this bare winter park, he's not worried about money, work, relationships, all that stuff that usually keeps us up at night. He just feels love, pure, simple love for no particular reason. When was the last time you felt that? Just happiness without needing to justify it or tie it to some achievement. This is why I love this part of the chapter. It shows us that healing doesn't always come from big, dramatic moments. Sometimes it's just about finding a quiet bench and remembering how to breathe. The leaf that changed everything. Here's where things get deep. Our narrator is sitting there, feeling the gentle wind, enjoying the sun on his face, when a leaf detaches from a tree. It spins down like a butterfly, beautiful for a moment, then starts decaying right before his eyes. And he gets it. This profound realization hits him. Even the leaf cannot escape the endless cycle of death and rebirth. Now I know that might sound heavy, but stay with me. At the same time he's watching this leaf die, he sees kids playing nearby, completely lost in their own magical worlds, climbing, screaming, living life at full volume. It's this incredible contrast, decay and vibrant life, all happening in the same moment, in the same space. And our narrator feels this wave of nostalgia for that childhood state, when you could just be fully present, fully alive, without all the anxiety and overthinking we carry as adults. Comfort food and window gazing. Needing some warmth, he heads to Olive Garden. And yes, I know it's a chain restaurant, but hear me out. Sometimes we don't need fancy or unique. We need familiar and comforting. The warm greeting, the predictable Italian decor, the smell of food, it all makes him feel at home. But the real magic happens when he looks out the window. He's watching birds search for food, elderly people having conversations, and suddenly he's not just seeing a scene, he's seeing life itself in motion. This sparks this whole internal monologue about change, about how the world never stops moving, how we need to learn to adapt instead of getting stuck in the past. He's asking himself the big questions. Who am I? What am I looking for in life? The food tastes amazing, gives him this soothing feeling, but it also makes him drowsy. Because even when we find these moments of peace and comfort, our bodies still carry the weight of our struggles. The exhaustion is still there, lurking underneath. When modern life becomes too much. After lunch, he walks into this massive parking lot. Seriously, he describes it as big as several football fields. The sun's setting, street lights are coming on, car alarms are going off. Already you can feel the shift from that peaceful restaurant vibe to something more chaotic. Then he enters the mall. And guys, this part really hits different. Warm air hits his face, kids are screaming, crowds everywhere, these super bright futuristic ads flashing, discount signs, long lines. After the serenity of the park and the coziness of the restaurant, this is like sensory overload. There's this fountain show with dancing water and lights, which should be beautiful, right? But the music is too loud. There are too many people blocking his view. Kids are jumping around next to him. What started as potentially magical becomes stuffy and cluttered. This is such a perfect metaphor for modern life, isn't it? We're constantly bombarded with stimulation, noise, flashing lights, crowds, and sometimes it's just too much. Our nervous systems weren't designed for this level of constant input. The search for solutions. So where does our narrator go to find peace in this chaos? The bookstore. There's something about the smell of coffee, the organized shelves, the quiet atmosphere that offers a different kind of sanctuary. Not the natural healing of the park or the comfort food of the restaurant, but intellectual order. And here's the kicker. He's looking for a book about insomnia. After this whole day of seeking external peace, through nature, through ritual, through comfort, through distraction, he's finally addressing the core problem that started his day. He can't sleep. He gets absorbed in this book, loses track of time, but ironically, reading about sleep techniques makes his eyes heavy. The problem persists even as he's actively trying to solve it. He buys the book though. It represents hope, a practical step forward, even though deep down he knows the struggle isn't over. Full circle. The drive home is telling. He needs loud music to drown out his thoughts, to stay focused on driving. The book's lessons are still swirling in his mind, showing how much this search for inner peace dominates his thoughts. He started the day in bed, wrestling with sleeplessness and feelings of insignificance. He ends at home, carrying this new book and all the experiences of the day, but those fundamental questions, his place in the universe, the search for meaning, the desire for peace, they're all still there, unresolved. Why this matters. Look, a nice winter day isn't just a pleasant little story. It's a mirror reflecting something we all experience. This constant search for peace and meaning within the chaos of ordinary life. The chapter shows us that healing isn't always some dramatic breakthrough moment. Sometimes it's found in small pockets. The sound of birds, a warm meal, the quiet corner of a bookstore. But it also honestly acknowledges that our core struggles often follow us home at the end of the day. What I love most about this chapter is how it captures the duality we all live with. The grand fantasies versus feeling insignificant. The search for sanctuary in different places. The way modern environments can either heal or overwhelm us. And that insomnia? It's not just about sleep. It represents that deeper restlessness we all carry. The existential unease that a nice day can soothe, but rarely completely erases. The power of paying attention. The real magic in this chapter comes from observation. Noticing dust particles in sunlight, children lost in play, an elderly couple talking, a single leaf falling. This kind of attentiveness, This almost meditative awareness of small details becomes a pathway to presence and understanding. It reminds us that within one unremarkable winter day lies the entire spectrum of human emotion and questioning. Every sunrise to sunset journey we take carries our hopes, our fears, and our endless search for peace. Wrapping up. So there you have it, a nice winter day, in all its quiet, powerful complexity. It doesn't shout its themes at you, it whispers them through rustling leaves, steam from soup, glowing mall signs, and the soft turning of pages. What resonates with you from this analysis? Have you had days like this? Searching for peace in different places, carrying your restlessness from morning to night? Let me know in the comments below. And if this kind of deep dive into literature speaks to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I've got more chapters to explore, and trust me, each one unpacks different layers of what it means to be human in this beautifully messy world. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the mysteries of the holographic multiverse, I invite you to check out my book. You can get your copy right now. Just follow the link in the description below. Your support not only helps me create more content, but also fuels this journey of exploration. Want even deeper access? Join my Patreon for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes insights, and a free download of my book. As a patron, you'll also receive bonus videos on how I conquered insomnia and anxiety, plus a private 30-minute call with me to explore life's biggest questions together. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X, for updates, extra content, and mind-expanding discussions. Links are all below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.